aching to have the conversation. I think an aspect of the conversation should be had today because I haven't gotten over that. But in the meantime, is this report that over 50% of drugs in the Nigerian market could be fake. And I don't even know whether we even comprehend what that can mean in any language. I do not know whether you comprehend the fact that even if you were an quote unquote okay Nigerian, you had your money to cater to yourself. You had money to manage your health. You had money to pay whatever the hospital bill is. You are you're faced with a threat of consuming fake medicine. So here, a very optimistic person. I'm not as optimistic as he is. I am practically taken both by the shock and by the rage that things have degenerated to a point where we're talking 50%. In fact, the World Bank also reports that 50% of global medicine distribution are fake. 50%. 50%. You're not even sure that if you buy 4 medications, 2 are original. That's really how bad it is. It's a bloody nightmare. It's about 1 p.m. We'll go for a break. When we come back from the news update, I would like to get your reaction to the matter. And maybe if you are a pharmacist, if you're a doctor listening to Nigeria Info this afternoon, I'm curious to know how even doctors themselves get to even boycott this shadowy market, this black market that attempts to sneak in and steal a life by just being a fake drug somewhere on the shelf in the hands of a professional who may not even know that the drug is fake. Well, we'll find out in a moment. Nigeria Info.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Some members of the ruling APC in Lagos State are currently protesting at the State House of Assembly. They are demanding the removal of the party's state chairman, Pastor Cornelius Ojelabi. The protesters, believed to be representatives from all 57 local council development areas, carried placards with messages like, "We want fresh leadership and Ojelabi must go." Police officers have been deployed around the assembly complex to maintain order and prevent any unrest. Meanwhile, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in the newly elected chairman and vice chairman of the 57 local government and local council development areas. Speaking at the ceremony in Ikeja, he urged them to deliver inclusive, people-focused leadership and avoid political distractions. He also pledged continued support to help them drive grassroots development under the Themes Plus agenda. Lagos and parts of Ogun State will experience daily power cuts from the 28th of July to the 21st of August due to maintenance by the Transmission Company of Nigeria. Power will be out from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Affected areas include Ikeja, Shagamu, Ogijo, and Abeokuta. The upgrade is aimed at improving real-time grid monitoring. Discos say load shedding is expected during the period, while normal supply will resume after daily maintenance work. And the federal government has issued a red alert warning residents in 11 states, including Adamawa, Kano, and Borno, of a high risk of severe flooding. The alert follows weeks of relentless rainfall, which has already claimed over 250 lives between March and June due to floods and violent storms. Authorities are urging residents in flood-prone areas to stay alert, take precautions, and comply with evacuation orders where necessary. And that's all the updates we have for you at this time. It is back to the sunny side with Joyce right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Okaifo. Thank you for your time.
What's that station again?
Oh yeah, Kemo, come back. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So like here we talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
We're 99.3 and this is Nigeria Info. It is now 3 minutes past 1 p.m. Welcome. Good afternoon to you. We've been speaking with the Chairman Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, Tolulope Ajayi. And I guess his optimism still remains in the room. Even after he has left. There's a message here I'd like to read. How do we check online to verify if those licenses are authentic? We can't just assume that when we see it being hung on the wall or they speak with a person, we should just give in that we are in the right place. It is scary right now. Well, so give a few indications as to how you may be able to identify that you're speaking to a pharmacist, and of course you are actually situated at a pharmaceutical store that have is things clever word. By the way, Lord, the God, the rod and so you look out and you say pray. There's something interesting, which is the central medicine. We know how soon that's happening, but we when they're going to arrive. Mimi, your guest, maybe that's also I'm not up to years. 7 5 7 on 5 8 the we came back to we get the excuse that is understaffed and not having to allow them their duties and their responsibilities. I think it's worth stating here and stating clearly that somebody pays the price for that. That's me just saying that whether it's the will to do the right thing, whether it's that being inefficient, and not necessarily because they choose to be, but because they do not have all the necessary facilities or manpower or investment allows them to should, which is regulated. Somebody will pay them. And it probably with that I say would be a really serious issue. And if people have died, it's the properly put it to it. This now has come out through the where it's not because you truly can be a victim of fake because you don't have to pay for the original one. God forbid if you're speaking to the right person at the wrong time, that fake befalls you. Michael from Lekki says, your guest seems to not want to something about reality of loss of money in the production, regulation, and administration of drugs. Even the Bible talks about these like I you pretty much expected him to speak in a certain undertone, theorist, books. Now, step in, true, fine. remove what stands the areas like, of course, nature and maybe how medicine and psychology works. The benefit of having a radio show is to speak to as long as you himself, you only need I guess only that much of me make a decision. Some people will speak it as your sentiment, others will be persuaded to agree something. Others will be natural medicine, conventional medicine. Your information, knowledge, able to make a choice and decision that is wasn't meant to. It was a period in history where theories was that today. And good afternoon to you and welcome if you have your commentary. We have a few and we have to go to GMO. I really would love to have that conversation with you. I'm going to share with you a personal experience, and then of course you can pick up the conversation from there. This message goes, "Hello Joyce, hi, how are you doing? Fake medicine is not only a problem of Nigeria. I think that this problem is a global issue because of the nature of fraud all around the world. I think more fraudulent people are finding ways to scheme the system, to exploit people, and of course, unfortunately, not care about the consequence. Maybe also because not much of a consequence is being meted out on those who are peddling fake drugs. I truly hope that the government begins to take this seriously. Otherwise, all our lives are at risk." So there's a question here for me, and I'm gonna have to just throw this one to the public. Please, I'm curious to know, is there something like a pharmacy technician? I went to a pharmacy and a guy attended to me. In the process, I became uncomfortable with his body language. Out of curiosity, I inquired from him if he's really a pharmacist. That was when he told me that he is a pharmacy technician. That's new. What's that? So maybe this is the kind of scenario where my guest was alluding to earlier when he said that many of the people who sell drugs are not pharmacists. So I guess this person you met couldn't quite claim he is a pharmacist because he doesn't have authority to be one, and so claimed the technical part of it, and God alone knows what that is. Thank you so much for being here, Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, Joyce. How are you? This
I'm
is
good,
Kenny.
thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Yes, my name is Kenny. I just want to say, there's an adage that says what's worth doing is worth doing well. And I know this fake drugs thing is very terrible in Nigeria. But what I found out, my own personal experience, is that when you go to, I'll just give you an example. That pharmacy on Saka Tinubu, right there in your neck of the woods, when you go to this kind of reputable pharmacies, I'm sure you know the one I'm talking about.
God, I don't know, but maybe if I thought it through.
MedPlus, I'm sorry. That one at Saka Tinubu right there, when you go to a reputable pharmacy, to name a few, you would definitely get the right drugs. I would just say that I encourage people that they should do the best they can. Go to reputable pharmacies. Avoid places where they would bring out different options and tell you, oh, well, this is a good one, but you can use this one. It still does the same thing. Just to be very careful. God will help us. And I also pray that more angel donors will come up in Nigeria, because I remember when I was young, there was this very, indigent person that was in an accident. They just came to my father. He had that reputation, and he foot the bill for them. So there's always someone around the neck of the woods who can help. I just hope they will find that person. God bless you.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate. Thank you. The Sunny Side Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you. Turn off the thing, please.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Teddy from Sulere.
Welcome, Teddy. Speak up for us, please.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Okay. I am just calling to beg. There's so much that has already been said and can't be said. So I am calling to beg, just in case any of the importers or people engaged in this act are listening. Please, 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 we beg you. If you think you're just doing business, know today that you are a murderer. Know today that you are killing people. You are killing fathers. You are killing daughters, wives, children, babies, infants. Because some pregnant women take medication thinking they are helping themselves. So you are killing from before birth and after old age.
Yeah.
People within that range. So we beg you, please. Find another business. I don't want to say find something else to fake. But please, not drugs. Please. That's all I called in to say.
Well, that's a good one. Thank you so much for calling. I really do appreciate 99.3 Nigeria Info, the Sunny Side. This one says, this message is, I'm Harry from Ejigbo. We can't think of the risk, especially in your country. Your country? Where are you writing me from? Phoenix. Hold on. Let me see what you're writing here. I was given an injection in 2017 at Yaba Psychiatric Hospital until today. I've been indoors doing absolutely nothing, and that's because immediately the injection pin was taken out of my butt, I wasn't able to stand to my feet, utter a word, or use my arms. And Joyce, I've been listening to you since your early days in your sister station, always had a crush on you, but heard how much you love fast cars and so much more. Well, at least you can still talk about me liking fast cars, and maybe it's not so bad after all, but I'm serious now. Sorry about that. So how well are you? Is this a situation that has left you incapacitated? You're saying in 2017. So did you recover from it? I've heard a few people, speak also about their COVID vaccination who say that someone told me that she literally had an out-of-body experience. Maybe she should write some poetry around that one, because it still eludes me what she could be referring to, but it must have been such an unnatural reaction for it to have been an out-of-body experience. So, gentlemen writing me, hope you recovered from it. Thank you so much. I do appreciate. All right, great. Let me see. Hello, Joyce. A pharmacy technician is someone who works under a licensed pharmacist. They help with things like preparing meds, packaging prescription, handling inventory, and assisting customers. They don't give medical advice, but help keep the pharmacy running smoothly. Thank you. This is Uzo from where, Ojo? So the lady who wrote us someone is helping us out here with the comprehension of what a pharmacy technician is. According to him, it's someone who works under a licensed pharmacist. They help with things like preparing meds, packaging prescription, handling inventory, assisting customers. They don't give medical advice, but help keep the pharmacy running. So if the person you met was any of these things, yeah, there's quite an office for that at this point, we can all say. If the person you met was doing more than this, well, I'm glad you're alive to write me. The Sunny Side, good afternoon to you. There is indeed pharmacy technician trained mostly in college of health institution to assist a pharmacist. The real issue is that most hospitals would prefer to employ them because it's cheaper labor. This is Chris from Ota. Thank you. Okay, so there is indeed something known as a pharmacy technician, but then the hospitals employ them because they're cheaper labor. You know, one time a doctor told me that not many, but that he's worked in places where the nurses were not necessarily properly trained nurses. They were auxiliary. Yeah. Or how did he put it? Yeah, those kinds of nurses who should not necessarily be nurses, but because they're cheaper to employ, or should not be called nurses, they're cheaper to employ, and so the hospital uses them instead. It's quite a crazy world out here if you think about the way things are being done. But I'm hoping that those who need to do something about something can understand the gravity of the gap in the food chain and understand that the monsters who fill up the food chain are a threat to everybody, including you listening, you who is supposed to be a regulatory body doing something about the problem and doing nothing about it. How much more time will it take for it to go from what it is to something worse? And it's like any cancer. If you don't deal with it early enough, it spreads. And at that point is anybody's guess. It's 20 minutes past 1 p.m. I want to say thank you so much for your contributions, your commentary. Let's go to GMOs. I think that genetic modified organisms, whether it's food, crops, what have you, are the way they occupy our reality, require us to pay equal attention in order to understand what's happening, and then maybe fortify ourselves with enough knowledge to address what can become a potential problem. Because it's not obvious that this is without a cause. It's not obvious that whatever is happening because somebody loves us so much that rather than die for us, he'll just give us all his money. We're off on a break. We'll be right back when we return. We're radioactive this very beautiful Monday afternoon. My name is Joyce. You're on the sunny side.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
Activate. Activate. We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
Okay, so I think it must have been last year. I noticed that eggs don't taste the same way. So honestly, since last year, I eat eggs, but I'm you know when you eat something with so much terror. And I love eggs. Okay, but here is the one that I truly think is forcing this conversation out of me. So there's this beans that the Igbos, I think I hear it's from Enugu, but I don't think it's from Enugu because every Igbo I know eats it. But then you're going to help me out. It's black beans. The Igbos call it akide. So one of the reasons I didn't quite enjoy it growing up is because it's hard. There's so much fiber in it. Yeah, a little goes a long way. Yeah, for the longest time, you know, I didn't eat it. We didn't eat it because, yeah, it wasn't, the children didn't like it, so my parents almost just had to kind of boycott it. In the last few years, I've been trying to go back to the foods my parents used to force me to eat that I didn't like, but now, the more I read, the more I get aware. I'm just trying to figure out what it is about these foods that maybe may be beneficial regardless of how they taste or what I think about it. So I ordered a kitty from, I'm not sure now where it came from. I think it came from Enugu the first time I ordered it. And it was the hard one. And I knew what I was getting into. So I told myself I wasn't going to complain. I knew exactly what I was ordering. So yeah, it took me a couple of months to finish it. And I finished it and ordered another one. On the second order. Oh, first of all, let's go back to the first one. After a few weeks, weasels appeared in the beans. So I didn't have the patience to dry because I'm always in and out. So I just put it in an oven for the heat to kind of kill out the weasels. In fact, I didn't even know that there were weasels in it until I would just see something fly. And I was like, what's that? You know, like, I'm a little finicky. So I kind of kept my eyes on the ground to see all those things that crawl because I don't like them. So I want them out or I'm going to kill them. So I kind of always give them like a second chance at life to say, okay, go out. If you don't go out, I'm killing you. But then, you know, like these weasels were just coming out of nowhere. And so I started tracing it and I found that it was in the beans. So, okay. Then I ordered another one. And that second order probably stayed with me for I don't know how many months. And no weasels. There were no weasels in it. But also, interestingly, the pigmentation was not as dark as the original one. And it cooked quicker. It cooked a lot quicker. Initially, I thought I was enjoying it until I was like, no, something is happening here. So that's really why we're having this conversation today. We're going to go from the break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Nigeria Info.
This is not just a debate. It's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance. A war of words. And only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 11th, 2025. Only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
You've tried calling in, you've sent messages, you have had opinion, concerns, brilliant ideas. There's so much you've wanted to say, but time always runs out. The lines are always busy, the show keeps going, and your voice eventually doesn't get heard. But now, that changes. Now you have a chance to speak your truth, to express your views, to raise your voice where it truly matters. Introducing Voice of the People on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is your platform, a space for real Nigerians to say what is on their minds. No interruptions, no time limits on the phone, and of course, you get to have your voice heard. Just you, your voice, your truth. Here's what to do. Record a short video of yourself, just 30 seconds or less, sharing your opinion on any given issue that concerns you. It could be about government, society, your community, fuel prices, insecurity, unemployment, healthcare, power, education, whatever you feel the need to be addressed. To record this video, make sure you are in a quiet place so we can hear you loud and clear. Then post your video on social media with the hashtag NigeriaInfoVOTP. That is hashtag NigeriaInfoVOTP. Let your voice be heard. Be bold, be honest, be real. Because on a Voice of the People, everyone is listening. Nigeria is listening, and your voice could be the one that could spark change. Voice of the People. Every voice counts. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're back
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, so we're back. Welcome to the show. The sunny side is 28 minutes past 1 p.m. Have our foods changed? And how much of this change can we truly tolerate, or how much of the change we ourselves bringing about? So I'm going to continue this little observation that I have. So I'm speaking about akidi, right? There are other things, but akidi, because that's the most recent one. So akidi, again, is black beans, very popular with the Igbo tribe. So I ordered the second one, and for the period the beans was with me, I noticed that there were no whistles in it, and it cooked quicker. It cooked a lot quicker. And I'm stuck. That's exactly the place where I'm stuck. One, because I don't know. Remember? Yeah. I'm trying to discover things now. I spoke to the seller, and she told me that there are two types. That the Igbo one is, quote unquote, the one that's supposed to cook longer, and the one from the north is the one that cooks quicker. So I only just discovered that. So if you're Igbo and you're listening, I want you to tell me what you think it is. So because the second time I ordered, the third time. So the second one finished, and so the third time I was ordering, I was specific about I wanted the hard one. Not because it's pleasurable, but because that's what it's always been. Or at least that's what I think it's always been. So I ordered for the hard one. The woman told me, that's what she was going to send to me. And so she sent it. And I made a comparison. The soft one, the one that cooks quickly, is shiny. And then the one she said was the akidi Igbo from the east is matte black. Matte black versus shiny. So those are two things I have noticed. But I honestly am of the opinion that this one that they just sent to me also cooks quickly. So that's the horror story I've come to share with you. Now, I know that you have other observations, or at least I think you may be aware, but you're not paying attention. So let's talk about our foods and the taste of our food, the shape of our food, the textures of our food. Is our food changing? What have you observed is happening to our food? By the way, in the name of all things bright and beautiful, can someone educate me on akidi, the black beans? Because I want to understand what's happening. Indeed, are there two types? When did the second type come about? I remember I was telling my sister that I bought akidi beans, and she rolled her eyes because she was like, yeah, it takes forever to cook. Like, that's really the nature of the beans. It's like, you eat the beans, you can go to war. And after cooking it, it just stands like, it's just, it's grainy. Like, because of all the fiber in it, it doesn't melt like your conventional beans where you can get like a porridge. It stands alone like little stones that don't melt away. That's the one I want. So you need to educate me on that. But let's talk about what you have observed about food, taste, texture, and how it's changing. Beautiful Monday afternoon. Let's talk. Welcome to the show. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hello, Joyce.
Good afternoon. Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Kenny again.
Welcome, Kenny.
Yes, my sister. There are two different types of beans you're talking about. The first one, akidi, is black, and it's difficult to cook. It's hard. You have to cook it for a very long time. That one, they use it to cook yam. You know, Igbo people will say, Edia woji. You know, that's for the akede. Now, the second one you got is called vio. And it can come fresh. The pods are spiral. And it comes fresh and is light brown. You know, it's lighter than akede.
Then you didn't hear anything I said then.
You said that one was lighter. You thought it was delicate.
It was still black. It was just it wasn't as dark as the other one. I ordered a kitty. Oh. I haven't ordered the fio one. Just the black one.
Okay, let me go along with what you're saying, perhaps, right? But that particular one, if you order it and it's dark, right? It's not as dark as akidi, and it's not as hard to cook as akidi.
I think you think I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you that there are two types of akidi now as we speak. I spoke to the sellers.
Oh my goodness.
They're saying one is from the north and one is the Igbo one. The Igbo one is the hard one. The one that cooks quicker is the one from the north.
The one from the north.
They're both black, but now that I make a comparison, one is matte black, the other is shiny black. They're both black.
Okay. Then I stand corrected.
I mean, I think we need to find out what's happening to the food. So I'm hoping that Igbo people can inform us or educate us. And then every other kind of food that people have noticed may have changed over time. Let's talk about that. Because I think something is happening to us, and we need to figure out what exactly is happening. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much.
What's your name?
Yes, what I just want to chip in from
What's
what
your
you are
name?
saying. Yeah. There is this.
Is it possible that you can hear me?
My name is Nike.
Go ahead, Nika.
Thank you. Yes. The point I want to make is that the preservative people are using to preserve their grains in the market is what is causing the problem. You might not know, but I've seen videos that they use snipers to preserve grains, the beans, the corns, and whatever. So anyone that they have used these chemicals on, in fact, it will take a longer time to be done when you are cooking it. And most of them are the one that will be seen shiny. So that's the point that I want to make.
All right.
That's my observation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hello, afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Welcome to Nigeria Info. What is it about food that has changed over time?
Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Welcome. What's your name?
So this is Uzoma.
Okay, Uzoma, good to have you. Please go ahead.
Thank you. That's akidis you are talking about there. The original one, the one we have in our place, Umanya just said, is that very strong one. And if you want to cook it, we cook it for 2 good days. You cook from evening, then in the morning, the next day you are done. That one is planted in the oil, not within the household. No, there's place for the real farm is elu far away. You know the soil is very hard. You understand what I'm saying? So that one is original akidi. But all these ones that this is the one that they use fertilizer to plant. And if you can agree with me, fertilizer has spoiled crops, our food nowadays. The food doesn't taste natural again, and before you cook it, it has melted in the pot. For instance, okra now. If you go and buy okra now and cook now, if you slice it big, like I used to like okra with big slice, before the thing gets done, it has melted. That is fertilizer. They have used it to kill most of our food, most of our crops, that it doesn't have that natural, taste and that stability. No, it's no longer having it again. That is the problem we are having. Just like agric chicken. That is it.
Yes. Oh, really?
Just like the one they say orobo. You can't compare orobo taste and everything to local chicken. You see the two things, the agric and natural. That is where they have used agric fertilizer, artificial, to finish our food for us. So only God could save us, my dear sister. Well done.
Thank you so much. Okay.
It's used to prepare one product from Ede. We get Ede, the fresh one. You cut it, you boil it, cut it small, and dry it. So that when we used to go to farm in Elu, that is what they used to cook for us. If you eat it finished, you will not feel hungry. Just gonna drink water. Well done, my brother, my sister.
Okay.
Take it us back home. Bye.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling. The reason I'm asking this question is because I want to bring doctors to talk about GMO. But first, I think I want your engagement because you are the consumers of these foods. And if your food used to be one thing and it has become something else, and you are okay with it, I don't see how you're going to escape the uncertainty of your future. Because it does quite appear it's one thing for me to bring guests here. It's something else for me to understand that you understand what we're trying to do here. I think in one sense is to make you aware. In another sense is to make you responsible for the choices that you make. So we're talking today about what are the changes you have observed in food: size, color, taste, texture. So now my personal observation, as recent as a week ago or less, is with the beans. One particular beans that has changed from what I used to know to what it is. So I'm hearing it's fertilizer. And again, maybe we need to also talk about fertilizer and its impact on our food. So that's one thing we're going to pin. As the conversation goes ahead, we'll figure out what else we can unravel to discover what's impacting our food and how our food, if it changes, will change us. We're Nigeria Info. The sunny side, my name is Joyce. Good afternoon to you.
Guys, good afternoon.
Welcome. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Yeah, Francis from here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, guys, how was your weekend?
Good. Thank you.
All right, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you for the guests you invited today. As for the issue of food and this time around, tastes have totally changed. Just like Ozoma rightly said, when you're preparing okra now, you no longer perceive that natural scent, the natural aroma that you get from okra. Everything have totally changed. You understand? And as for the other caller that called and talked about the chemical they use in preserving beans and all that, people should say what they know. You understand? Forget all those videos they are making around. There are some chemical you can use to preserve beans that will last for 6 months. And if you don't allow it to exceed that 6 months, if you want to cook the beans, it will be very, very hard to cook. Joyce, are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
So there are some chemicals that you can add to preserve beans today, and you can make use of it today, and there's no any negative effect or any. It's not going to endanger one's health. You understand? And there are ones that last for 9 months. If you didn't allow it to exceed that 9 months, in fact, you can't even go close to where they preserve that beans. Understand? That one is very, very dangerous. It's the farmer that make use of that one. They use it to preserve beans for another season's crops. You understand? So, but the truth is that our system had been created with foreign all these GMOs kind of seed. They are trying to take away. Our natural seed and give us something that is not really good for us. You understand? And I want our government to look out for it. Most especially, they should place their serious watch from the northern part of this country. I don't know why. I'm not trying to be one-sided of the whole matter, but I don't know why all the negatives they are just coming from north. Seed from north.
Hold on a second. Let's quickly fix that. No. Stop it. Stop. Don't do that. I just told you a story of a kiddie that came from the east.
Yes.
So don't do that thing where you're about to say it's from the north.
All right.
Don't do that, please.
Okay, I take it back. I take it back, guys. Yeah, in that one of arcade, yeah, I know that arcade is very, very hard. If you truly want to enjoy that arcade from the east, you have to cook it for 2 days. Like you finish your evening food, you put it on the fire, cook it.
That's not the point I'm raising. The point I'm raising is that there are now 2 types in the market. Do you know anything about that?
I have not seen that one from the north.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Well done, Jay. You're doing a great job.
Lagos, let's not do this myopic thing where we're looking for who to blame. You're like, oh yeah, it's those people. There's a fundamental shift that's happening. It's happening psychologically, and maybe this afternoon I want to underscore the fact that it's happening to our food. This conversation is to highlight what the changes to your food. Don't call the show and say, it's with Yoruba people, it's with Hausa people. Don't do that. 1, because it's wrong. 2, because it's unintelligent. And I can't manage being wrong and being unintelligent. That's not why I'm giving today. So I was even about to ask you, what are these chemicals that change the texture of the food? is it possible that when you change texture, you also change the food? Why didn't you think about that before looking for somebody to blame? Okay, so Lagos, we have work. If you're a scientist and you know about these chemicals used for food, please, what are they? Why should a chemical change the texture? Now, the other question most likely, or maybe more correctly would be, is it the chemical changing the texture, or is the texture changed because it's genetically now modified? Good to have you on the show this afternoon. Welcome, we're Nigeria Info.
Hello, good afternoon, Joy.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. What's your name?
Thank you, and God bless you for the good job. My name is Onyi.
Welcome.
Yeah, I think you are very correct. My mom noticed this in the East. The 1 December we went home. I think that should be last 2 years. She said their kiddie that she sent for them to get for her. And then she had some over. So their kiddie, she do cook it like 2 days. We cook it the night. If you're going to use it like, say, on 30th, we start from yesterday. Then that was good. But the next one before we left, that January time, that she ordered again from the market, all this 4 days market, the thing was not, even, it's difficult for a kiddie to get her. But this one was so soft. And she was asking, how did we cook? What did we add count this potash? We said no. She said, this is not the akidi she knows she cooks now. We were all like, nobody touched it. We don't even like the akidi that much. They just know that they use it for big occasions. So along the line, my mom said, she now said, no, something happens to this akidi. It was along the line later, last year, she was now able to discover. She said that one is a Greek. What the villagers call a Greek is this GMO.
They have GMO akidi. We're damned now, officially. Are you serious?
So it's from all this research and small findings, I now got to know that might be GMO. And when you buy your garden egg, they don't have seed. Imagine garden egg that is full of seed. Even sometimes when you leave it 3 weeks, they are still there. They don't get rotten. They shrink. Some carrots are like that, and some tomatoes too. So the thing is somehow weird. I don't know if some people, they just eat, they don't observe those things. So we are in for it according to our God, Christ.
God won't let us be in for it, because how do we come out of this? Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
No way. Oh, good God. This is, hold on, maybe I shouldn't panic just yet. This one says, Nigeria Info, it's a pity you are just discovering that all our foods have already been cloned. I'm listening to you, eating watermelon. My dear, never in my life have I seen watermelon this hard and strong like carrots. Someone just sent me a message saying he's eating watermelon, and the watermelon he's eating is as hard as carrots. Maybe the question is, what are you eating at this point? Nigeria Info, you're on the sunny side. Welcome to the show. We're trying to figure out whether we're even aware of what's changing around us when we look at food textures, food flavors. Because this is the difference between today and our tomorrow. Good afternoon to you, Nigeria Info.
Joyce.
Speak up for us. Thank you. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Joyce,
I can hear you.
Again. To the best of my knowledge, GMO crops or food, they are the ones that they are being planted in a bucket.
Bucket?
Did you hear me? These are what is called GMO. All this food that the Oyibos use, or people now make, all this farming. They bring a nylon, put sand and plant something. Bring buckets, plant something. That is called GMO, which is different.
Well, you can also plant organic seeds like that. I would disagree with that, because you can plant organic seeds like that.
See, organic is you plant it on the farm, on the ground, natural ground. natural ground. We have 3 crops now. They plant in natural ground and put fertilizer to let it to blossom. Then this one is the GMO we are talking about now. Is this one that they used to plant in a pocket or plastic or rubber?
That can be so accurate because farmers are using GMOs today and they're reporting enormous yield. They certainly are not planting it in the bucket. So let's just state that.
And you will see the fruits of the thing. Very, very fresh and, very beautiful. But they are all GMO.
Well, so we're trying to establish whether the public is even aware as to the changes to their food. So let's even just observe what's changing around us, first of all.
Most of us are aware. But the most thing that is killing our food now is fertilizer. Only God knows what they used to do fertilizer. When I traveled to the village, my mother-in-law said she went to go and buy fertilizer. I said, for what? He said, he wants to use it on farm. I said, you don't reach to this village. He said, we are done. No. In fact, we are in for it. God will save us. Well done, my dear sister. Bye.
Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Good afternoon to you. Turn up the volume of your radio set. What have you noticed when it comes to the changes in your food?
Yeah, you are doing a very nice job. I want to thank you for that, creating this awareness. These are something we have known.
What's your name, please? Can you tell us your name?
My name is Ifoma. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Good to have you.
Joyce, I noticed that the taste of cow meat, the cow meat does not have any taste again.
Uh-oh.
If you want to enjoy cow meat, except you season it well, and even while you are cooking it, there is this aroma of fresh meat you will be perceiving. You no longer get all those things. And when you are eating it, the thing is flat. The taste is flat.
But our cows are grass-fed. We don't even have ranches for our cows. Our cows are grass-fed.
So the thing, it has affected a lot of our food, even plants. Recently, there is this palm plantation we inherited from my father-in-law. I normally rent it out for people, and they pay me yearly.
Yeah.
So the man I rented it last to told me that a lot of them are getting old, that we need to replant. Then he now told me that there are 2 types. One is agric, one is natural. If I want the agric own, from 6 months to 1 year, we start bringing fruit. The natural one will take up the year. I said, okay, which one is better? He said he will advise me to buy the natural one. I said, what about the agric? He said, because that one within 6 months we start harvesting the fruit. But the oil, notice that there are some oil you will use now. If you put them in the food, instead of brightening the food, the thing will turn black. The food will be dark. They said that's the ones that are Greek. These are the ones they use fertilizer to culture. But this natural one, you will still perceive the aroma of fresh palm oil. So I now went for the natural one, and they sold $250 for one. I now went to replant. So it is crazy. It's just like that with every food. Now I want to also say something I know very well. I once lived with a girl from Kaduna State. I lived with her for 3 years. I noticed that when the girl is cooking beans, she will boil the beans like for 30 minutes, and she will pour the water away and now put another water. And I asked her, Teresa, why are you cooking that? It's almost the nutrient that you are throwing away. He said, Mommy, because in their place that they use sniper to preserve this beans so that it does not get wavy. Yeah. And they don't eat that one they preserved. They eat the fresh one from the farm. Oh. And even this dry tomato, they are dry tomato. There are some tomatoes that are dry, pepper that are dry. All these things, they have preservatives they use in preserving it. I'm not trying to run them down. They too are doing a lot by providing these things for us. Then she now advised me that if I want to use that dry tomato, I should first of all boil hot water, put it, wash it with very hot water,
to reduce the chemical,
throw the water away, then we can now use it. But for that beans, I should not eat this without cooking it well and throwing the water away. So the thing is crazy. Only God can help. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. In fact, the akidi beans, like when I cook it, besides the smell, the pigment in the beans. I mean, it takes so long, so I just leave it on the gas and just go do something else, like literally. The pigment, like it stains the pot, it stains the cooking gas. And then I was thinking hard beans, but now that I'm paying attention to it, I'm realizing that our foods are being altered. The character of the food, the nature of the food, the taste of the food, the texture of the food. My God, like what is happening? So I want to be sure whether you are aware of what could be happening. If you're on WhatsApp, I'm with you. Just please bear with me one after the other. Welcome to Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. We're radioactive this afternoon. And something is happening. Whether we are aware is now the conversation. What do we know about what we see? Hello, welcome to the show. Nigeria Info.
Hi, Jay. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. You have a minute before commercial break, so
all right.
I'd love for you to get to it.
About this GMO, we were told it was edible, but aside the fact that it is edible, my fear is, I think it's kind of cancerous to our health, Lady J, because you find watermelon in the market that there are no seeds inside; they are GMO planted, and I'm asking yes, there are no seeds, Lady J, no seeds whatsoever. You're asking yourself, I bought ugu. You buy ugu in the morning. You don't want to use it that day. You want to use it the following day. You tell them not to put water because you just want it straight like that from the market.
Yeah.
But because these things have been altered, you discover that same day.
I lost you. Lagos, we're going to go off on a break. When we come back, we have to attempt to comprehend what's happening with our food. And then in the course of the week, I would attempt to get a doctor in here, particularly a gene scientist. We'll be right back. My name's Joyce.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
You've tried calling in, you've sent messages, you have had opinion, concerns, brilliant ideas. There's so much you've wanted to say, but time always runs out. The lines are always busy, the show keeps going, and your voice eventually doesn't get heard. But now, that changes. Now you have a chance to speak your truth, to express your views, to raise your voice where it truly matters. Introducing Voice of the People on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is your platform, a space for real Nigerians to say what is on their minds. No interruptions, no time limits on the phone, and of course, you get to have your voice heard. Just you, your voice, your truth. Here's what to do. Record a short video of yourself, just 30 seconds or less, sharing your opinion on any given issue that concerns you. It could be about government, society, your community, fuel prices, insecurity, unemployment, healthcare, power, education, whatever you feel the need to be addressed. To record this video, make sure you are in a quiet place so we can hear you loud and clear. Then post your video on social media with the hashtag NigeriaInfoVOTP. That is hashtag NigeriaInfoVOTP. Let your voice be heard. Be bold, be honest, be real. Because on A Voice of the People, everyone is listening. Nigeria is listening, and your voice could be the one that could spark change. Voice of the People. Every voice counts. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Well, I'm told that we're live streaming, and yeah, 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. My name's Joyce. Okay, so let's see. I need to go to comments, you know. Hello, Joyce. I've also noticed that maize has over time become a lot smaller. Back in the days, 3 persons could comfortably share a cob of corn, but not so today. My observation, this is Kenneth, that the corns have become a lot smaller. I am Olusegun from Ikotun. GMO has spoiled all our foodstuff. What we're eating now has no nutrient. Taste of tomato now is very different. In the olden days, if you throw tomato seeds in your backyard, it will grow and germinate. But this time around, it's not so. Oh yeah, that one is it. That's something everybody should have noticed by now. That the privilege of having your own seed is being taken away from you. So that's why there isn't any life in the seed anymore. Dare I say, if there is no life in the seed anymore, because if you throw the seed in, if you throw the seed now at your backyard, it doesn't germinate. Is there life in the food? That's a question you have to try to answer. Let me see one more comment before we go from the break. That woman saying food planted in a bucket is GMO got me, but for real, we bought peppers that looked really red and fresh, as in so appealing, but it wasn't spicy at all. Maybe the one we planted ourselves in a bucket beside our window wasn't as pretty, but it had serious fire. Okay, it's 1 p.m. It's 2 p.m., pardon me. We're going to go for a break. When we come back, of course, WhatsApp callers, telephone callers, we're still on this conversation. What is happening to food? Let's talk on the sunny side. I'm not supporting stealing, but these politicians need to be taught a lesson.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, here's the gist making the rounds at this time. Some APC members in Lagos State are currently protesting at the State House of Assembly. Meanwhile, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in newly elected chairman and vice chairman of the 57 local government and local council development areas. Lagos and parts of Ogun will face daily power cuts from the 28th of July to the 21st of August due to maintenance by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, as the state government appeals to doctors to shelve their 3-day strike starting today, assuring that talks are ongoing. Lagos has also ordered psychiatric evaluations for 18 drivers caught driving against traffic. Meanwhile, ASU says it is tired of waiting as talks with the government drag on over the 2009 agreement. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has warned new Amotekun recruits against abuse of power, urging them to act with discipline and protect citizens. Security expert Ifanyu Obinali says Nigeria must combine physical security with modern technology to tackle insecurity. Ohaneze Ndigbo has rejected a Senate bill proposing the Oni of Ife and Sultan of Sokoto as permanent co-chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council. And the NDLEA has arrested a Chinese man and an 80-year-old woman for drug trafficking. The agency also seized large drug consignments across 12 states, including Lagos, Borno, Ondo, and Kogi. The federal government has issued a red alert warning residents in 11 states, including Adamawa, Kano, and Borno, of a high risk of devastating floods. And 14 more have died from malnutrition in Gaza as Israel begins daily 10-hour pauses for aid delivery. And finally, President Tinubu hosts the Super Falcons today at the Villa after their 10th WAFCON win. And that's all the gist we have for you at this time. It is back to the sunny side with Joyce, right here at 99.3 Nigeria Info. I am Yvonne Okaifo. Thank you for your time.
We are radioactive on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Joyce.
Nigeria Info, my name is Joyce. Good afternoon to you and welcome. So good to have you be a part of our conversation this afternoon. We're noting observations that have crossed your sight or crossed your awareness this very beautiful Monday afternoon, 3 minutes past 2 p.m. So there's a Skype call. Are you flashing me or are you calling me? I keep trying to reach Skype, but then it does quite appear that there's a consistent disconnection. I sincerely do apologize. Let's try this one, see if it works. Does it work? It does. Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. Good afternoon.
Hello, Joyce.
Okay, so you know what to do, I hope. You have to turn off everything going on there, okay? Thank you. Yeah?
Yeah, I've done that.
Thank you. Afternoon, welcome. What's your name?
All right, my name is George.
Welcome, George.
You're a scientist. Okay, so I'm just going to go straight to the point. It's quite interesting that this topic came up today because it's something we've been dealing with online since about last week and trying to create a lot of awareness around GMO foods in Nigeria. Because apparently a lot of Nigerians, most Nigerians don't know anything about GMO foods. And as it stands, there's most of what we eat in the country right now are GMO foods. So just like you rightly observed, the texture, the feel, the smell, the taste of the food crops we have these days have been totally altered, if I say. So everything looks different, tastes different, smells differently, cooks differently, and quite a lot of people don't really know what's going on. So it's quite important that you are bringing this topic up. And from the responses from your callers, you can see that a lot of people don't even know what's going on. A lot of people are talking about fertilizers. This is not an issue of fertilizers. Fertilizers have been with us for almost forever now. We've been using fertilizers for over 30 years now. So fertilizers are not the issue. Fertilizers do have their own issues, but at the base of it all, fertilizers are actually meant to improve the nutrient levels of the soil so that crops can grow faster. Not like fertilizers really do much harm to the crops themselves. Yes, certain kinds of fertilizers can be harmful, and if they are in dangerous quantities. But really, the science behind fertilizers is just to make the soil more nutritious for the plants or the crops to grow. So this is not a fertilizer issue. This is a GMO issue, genetically modified organisms. And I think you need to bring that expert on, the doctor or scientist or biologist or botanist, to come in and actually deal with this matter and create a lot of awareness and keep people on it so they actually understand what's going on. Because, like I said, apparently people don't even know what you're talking about. A lot of people are talking about the food they get from the village tastes different. Yes, at the surface level, they know what is going on in terms of the difference in the taste and smell and time it takes to cook a particular food. But underneath, deep down, they don't know the science behind it.
Yeah, and so I think one way, I think one way to steer public interest is public engagement. And it's a good first step to draw people into the conversation by asking what they have observed. Because that's one way I think I can get people in to participate in the knowledge and the awareness of what's happening around them. Do you understand that? So, for example, you are saying that fertilizers are beneficial. Fertilizers are not necessarily beneficial. In fact, fertilizers cause soil degradation. That's why our foods are not are nutrient deficient.
That's why I said in dangerous quantities. There are certain levels above of which fertilizers now become dangerous to the soil and the crops.
Except the fertilizer is a natural fertilizer. If it's a chemical fertilizer, it causes soil degradation. There is no soil health advantage to using fertilizer because it's chemical.
Yes, I also said that it depends on the kind of fertilizers. There are different standards of fertilizers. There are different types of fertilizers. And I'm not even just saying the natural and the chemical-based ones. Even the organically the inorganic ones, they have the types that are good for the soil, that don't destroy the soil, as you say. But the problem is that at a point in Nigeria, we were bringing in the ones that were dangerous to the soil. And that's where we now had those issues with soil degradation and all of that. But I'm saying that what we have now is a GMO issue, not a fertilizer issue.
You have
There's
to
a
allow
difference.
people
So
speak to
people
what
need
they
to
are
know that.
familiar with. I don't think we
No,
can
because they
throw
don't know
away
what
any
they are
opinion
saying.
at
That's
this
what I'm
point.
saying. They don't understand what they are saying, and that's where the education needs to come in.
I don't want you
It's
to
the GMO
override the
issue.
opinion of people whom I want their participation. Because one way to get people to participate is to stir up their interest. So if that is what somebody has noticed, that's what somebody has noticed. So it may be wrong.
They don't.
But today I'm not trying to establish whether they are right or wrong. I'm trying to get them to tell me what they've noticed.
Yeah, but they are ascribing it to fertilizers. That's what I'm saying, that they don't understand that it's GMO. Is a GMO issue.
Is it possible that
not
there's
a
an aspect
fertilizer
of our
issue.
food problem that's a fertilizer problem?
But the way it is now with the foods, the problem we have with the foods in the country right now is GMO based.
Is it possible that we have more than one problem? We have a fertilizer problem, we have a GMO problem.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's not what you're telling me. You're trying to insist that what we should be focusing on is GMO. Some people may have a first-hand experience with fertilizers, and I want them to call in and share that so that we can bring everybody along. Do you understand where I'm going with this?
So that's drawing our focus away from the real issue, which is GMO.
Nothing
so
is drawing. I'm the one who's writing this. Nothing is drawing our focus away. You only have a singular focus. I seem to have a multifaceted focus here.
Well, okay. By the time you bring in the expert, I'll really be interested in hearing what he says. Because,
thank you very much
like
for calling.
I
do appreciate it. Thank you. The sunny side. The very gimmick used to sell you GMO is the very same gimmick they used to sell your fertilizers. I don't think that these are independent issues. I think that this is a food chain problem, or this is a long strain problem, and it's okay for people who think fertilizer is their issue, or at least that's what they understand, to call in and contribute. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side is 10 minutes past 2 p.m. Welcome. My name's Joyce. So good to have you join our conversation. Hello.
Hello. This is Steady again from Tulare.
Okay. Good to have you. Please go ahead.
Great. So, I want to toe the line of the read just now. And the thing is, if we believe God is a perfect creator, and He has created Earth to the best of His ability, I think it is not in our place to go and start altering what He has created and now believe we've done it better than Him.
Do you know why people are doing that?
Say that again, please.
Do you know why people do that? Why people go out of their way to alter what you...
Yield for perceived, for selfish reasons. As far as I'm concerned, the fertilizer companies want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to tell you it's going to give you good yield,
Mm-hmm.
blah, 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 it's resistant to diseases and all that. The same thing with the GMO companies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those are even worse. And please, government, I hope somebody's listening. We talked about medicines, the fake medicines. They have taken all our doctors. They took some of our Bini bronze or whatever. They've been taking our oil. These guys are taking everything. Now, there's a popular saying that says, eat food as medicine, else you will eat medicine as food at some point in your life. Now, food that should be our basic means of not just sustenance, but also of health sustenance or health maintenance, as it were, is now polluted. So it then means that this nation is being gradually sent to extinction. Because now you eat food that should make you live, but now the food, whether we like it or not, we have all these people saying GMO has no problems. If not today, they'll bring out something, they'll say it's okay. 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, some scientists will be bold enough to come out and tell you, oh, they've discovered it's bad. You eat food that will kill you, you take medicines that will not work, what happens?
Well, that's why
you live in an economy or a state that does not give you adequate health care. What happens to us? So we're killing ourselves. So please, again, like I begged the first time I called, I'm begging farmers, I'm begging seed buyers, I'm begging whoever, the government, whoever is involved in agriculture. Yes, bountiful yield is beautiful. But remember, your mother your daughter, your friend, your classmates, your church members are eating these things, and over time, you will get calls to donate for this cancer treatment or this problem or that problem. Help us to live a long, fruitful life.
Yeah.
I beg you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. 99.3 Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. It's so good to have you be a part of our chat this afternoon. Welcome. What's your name?
It's me, Onyi. Please, there's something I want to say. As you were talking with this man now, I just remember that I heard in the news that is it Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu and the Ogun State Governor, and then maybe I don't know whether one other governor, they are trying to bring food safety or whatever. Let it not be that somebody is trying to send GMOs products to them so that they say they are helping the masses. They want to. That's how they buy our leaders. They will pump something into them so that they will say they are helping them. Food security, this one. Before you know, all of us would have been into it. The thing will circulate in the market. There's no way to withdraw. So please, our leaders should help us. If not them that allow all these things and those top organs, there is no way I myself now will I go outside in the country to bring something that will harm me. No. But because all in the name of power, they want to be the one that have to save their masses without going through the real channel, finding out from our own doctors and our food nutritionists and technicians.
Right. Here we are. Thank you so much for calling. I really do appreciate. Thank you. You're on the sunny side. My name's Joyce, and I'm on WhatsApp right now. Speaking to a WhatsApp caller. Hello, caller. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, Joyce. Good
Welcome.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name, and please go ahead.
My name is David Alozie. I'm speaking from Ikorodu. Yes, in the 80s, 90s, you ask my children, what is daddy's favorite food? What will they tell you? They tell you it's beans and dodo. But today is a different thing completely. I don't even have any delight again in plantain. It's beans that I manage. I remember, if I flash my mind back in the 60s, we'll be walking along the road, we'll see plantain that is ripe, and it will be torn, ripe and torn. Even the one that is about to ripe, you just see it. But it's a different ball game today. I don't know.
Thank you.
I think it has to do with population explosion.
That's the reason that they're giving you. That's the reason they're giving you to create a new kind of solution. So now we have to pry into the reason for which GMO is a thing instead of investing in expanding agriculture.
Yeah. So it is just horrible. I don't enjoy beans and plantain any longer.
Oh, wow.
My daughter bought some plantain recently. I was just looking at it. I said in my mind, this one is like something you want to use for sacrifice. And that's exactly. And when it is not even done, when it was not even due for them to cut it, they cut it. And when it gets to Lagos or anywhere where they're taking it to the market, definitely they will use something a chemical to make it ripe. And the kind of color is quite different from what we used to see in those days. It is a terrible thing.
Wow.
It is highly pathetic.
Thank you.
So that's my own observation.
What you've noticed. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate. Thank you. I ate a lot of bananas growing up. A lot of, particularly when my father travels to the east and he's on his way back, he used to buy anything that guy sees, he buys. So he comes back, there's stuff to eat. So growing up, when you eat bananas, you see the seeds inside. These days, first of all, the flavor, the taste has changed. The banana, that one I'm sure, we ate the crap out of bananas. So now I noticed that the taste has changed and I don't see the seeds anymore. It was later I realized that they're hybrid bananas and they've done something to bananas, basically. So that's another thing that I've also noticed. Someone said he bought bread. I need to get to that message real quick. Someone is saying to me, good afternoon, I am Dr. Gbenga Idowu, Herbal Medicine Pharmacy. Good topic, fake drugs are damaging many lives, I think you mean to say. I wish the regulatory bodies or regulatory agency are not compromised the system, because every day they're importing drugs into the country. Can you bring someone to talk about herbal medicine practitioner to your program to talk about the contributions they are making to life in Nigeria? To be honest with you, I drove around with the Obalende area and I just saw the building. No, sorry, it's not Obalende, pardon me. It's your way to Obalende. It's close to Racecourse area, the Racecourse area. And I saw Herbal Medicine, something Practitioner Association. I don't know if it's functional. I would love to have a representative from there. Believe me, I spoke about it. I even want to have them here because I feel like there is so much that we're undermining. By the way, on my last vacation, I got a pasta when I got back. So I got Italian pasta in France on my way back. I put that pasta. So I opened one, I took out of it, and I left the other one. I didn't seal it. I just left it open. So that Whistles started eating it. Now I'm making that reference to say that the other pasta made in Italy. So I only eat like foreign pasta. I only eat Italian pasta actually. So I've gotten made in Italy pasta here. One particular brand, I'm not going to mention. Whistles don't eat it. So on my way back, I got pasta when I was coming back. It's Italian pasta, but I got it in France. And I opened one and I left it for a few weeks and Whistles were eating it. So I think one indicator of the foods that you would eat, if Whistles can't eat it, I don't think you should eat it. I think that's what I'm noticing. Now, I could be wrong. I know that they use chemicals to preserve the food from Whistles or ants from eating them. But at this point, we're at that crucial point where we're at a crossroad at this point. Because whatever is happening to the food will happen to our bodies. Don't bother praying. That's exactly what's happening here. If we can't make a collective, conscious decision about the way we're going to manage our food, the consequence of that is that it will affect our bodies. That's the science. That's the logic. 99.3 Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. So those are that's another observation that I've noticed. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good afternoon, Joyce. My name is Robert.
Welcome, Rob.
Not only weevils, so Joyce, even flies don't perch on them. Flies.
Oh, really?
Yes. Genetic. Joyce, do you know that my wife bought beans from the market? It took us 7 hours to cook it done. Joyce, I was even surprised. Is this beans that I grew up with in the village? Cooking beans for 7 hours. And this thing has infiltrated the market. So you cannot differentiate between them and the original beans. So
yeah.
Not only beans, other food. I'm telling you, beans now has white and red mixed together. You will be cooking there for hours. They won't done. Even rice now.
But because of fiber, the longer you cook something, the science suggests that the closer it is to nature. It's like brown rice. Brown rice takes longer to cook than white rice. Because of fiber. Fiber takes a lot of time to truly... Anything with a lot more fiber is supposed to take a longer time. The reason fast food or conventional food is very palatable is because they have extracted fiber from it.
Exactly.
So it's softer, it's fluffier. But if you ask me, your best indicator is the longer it takes to cook, the better it is.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, because...
Don't worry now, we'll bring a scientist here.
We are used to cooking rice now, our beans now. At least the maximum beans can take is, let's say, 3 hours. 3.5 hours. But which one be you will put beans for fire, Joyce, for 7 hours?
Now, that's a new one to me, though. Okay. Well, no, I mean, thank you for bringing that up, because somebody said it's the chemical that's affecting the food.
My own opinion is like these people, since they did not succeed in killing us with COVID-19, they have used another means, and this thing has infiltrated the Nigerian market. I must not lie to you. I'm telling you.
Okay. So we're talking about it to elevate the consciousness of the people.
That is the danger of it. It has infiltrated the market everywhere now. You cannot differentiate the genetically modified food. It's everywhere.
And that's a violation. That's such a violation to not be able to tell. So you can't make a decision. You can't say, okay, I will take the GMO or I will take this one. To take away choice from you,
you can only make decision when you know the difference. You can only make decision if they are placed side by side. Okay, this is GMO, this one is you can choose. But
if they tell you, they are supposed to tell you. If they don't tell you, it's a violation. Utter violation.
My own problem is even the regulators. What are they doing to curtail?
Maybe when the people know, they can charge the violators to do differently.
We are in for it too, according to Chris.
Oh, dear Lord.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Thank you so much for calling me. I really do appreciate. What's up, caller? Good afternoon to you. I'm giving you a minute and some seconds. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, caller? Paul? I think I don't know. You're going to please have to call me back. The sunny side. My name's Joyce. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you.
Nigeria Info. You have 1 minute.
Lady J, Emeka is the name from Satellite House.
Welcome, Emeka.
You see, it's very fantastic that you're bringing up this topic because man has tampered with the delicate balance of nature. As a matter of fact, this issue of GMO and inorganic application of fertilizers to plants is an existential threat. I make bold to say that there is a conspiracy to control the world's population. That is the major reason for all this. Because if something is not organic, then it's completely deficient. The only thing that could be healthy for man to take is everything that's organic. Not organic, be GMO, without fertilizer. There is something, there is a reactionary effect to that thing you're eating. Look at the egg you just mentioned. I also love eggs, but these days I'm so apprehensive of eating eggs. You can't boil or fry egg and get the same aroma.
The taste is different now. Yeah.
Even the yolk, that very yolk, that is so
the taste is very
no
different.
longer the way it used to be. So it's a terrible situation. We have, and that you're creating this awareness for people to be able to distinguish between.
You must please pardon me. I have to be off on a break. Okay.
Oh, too bad.
Lagos, we'll be right back.
Sports after this.
Okay.
This summer, don't just take a break. Live in it at Ziba Beach Resort.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3